There are three major eras of Rocket League that are divided by what got taken away in the game. And two of them are the community's fault. One of them is just a good change. I'm going to talk about two of them today because of the most recent thing that has happened. And a lot of people are getting mad at Rocket League, Psyonix and Epic Games, but it's not their fault. It's the community's fault. But the first one that we're going to skim over is the crates. Now, people wanted crates, which kind of leads into the second one of why they took certain things away. But crates were loot boxes, and you had to pay $1 per crate in order to get anything out of it. Loot boxes suck. They are one of the worst things, and the only people who liked it were the people who were trying to sell shit. Blueprints is a much better system for the common person. Crates suck. They should never return. Loot boxes suck in general, unless if they are a free reward. But if you have to pay to get a random item, that's just straight up gambling. Gacha sucks. That's why I don't have respect for games like Genshin Impact and other gacha games like that. It is a very toxic environment, and I hate it. But that does go into why trading was taken away. Trading was meant for friends to be able to trade items back and forth because it's like, oh, I have this one item. Do you want it? Let's trade it for this other item, or you could just have it, or whatever. It was supposed to be a friendly thing. But then, as the internet does, they ruined it, and people were trying to make a profit off of Rocket League items, which is why those people liked having crates, because if they got a super rare item, they could sell it for however much. Sell a black market item for $100 or whatever bids that go on. But even then, like, there are some items that it's still a random chance of you getting certain items through the blueprint system and all that. And they took away trading. I feel like there should have been a better system, a better way to try to do this, but they went the extreme route, and they took away trading because of the people who would sell and treated the game like a market instead of just playing Rocket League. I hate those kind of people, but that's what happened. That was a major part of the game. Even though it was a small chunk of the game, like a small chunk of the community who were like that, it was a very active community who were doing this, and a lot of scams happened. And I'm pretty sure Psyonix and Epic were tired of hearing about them getting scammed. So they just deleted the whole thing. So people trying to make money off of items, that was never the intention of how trading worked and why items were there. And people were getting scammed out of their money. So because people are shitty, they had to take away the feature. Which leads us to our most recent thing that got taken away, which was more of a side effect more than just a feature that just got ripped away. We can't use Bakesmod anymore because Psyonix and Epic had to be more aggressive with their anti-cheat software. Now, I don't give a shit about Bakesmod. It's a very quality of life type thing that doesn't really affect the major game, and this shouldn't be as much of controversy as it is. I personally would rather take not having Bakesmod over having a slew of bots and cheaters in the game. Because that is why we don't have Bakesmod anymore, because Psyonix had to get more aggressive with their anti-cheat because bots and cheaters were rampant in the game. It basically ruined any sort of casual comp, where you go into a match and half the time you're going to be paired up with a bot because people are assholes and they're like, oh, well, I want my account to be, Supersonic Legend, but I don't want to put any work into it, so I'm just going to have bots play for me. Because people only care about the title, they don't care about them actually being skillful or anything, which I don't know how you take pride in that again, it's just a very narcissistic, egotistical, asshole thing to do. But these type of people are what ruined Rocket League for a long time, and Psyonix had to get a lot more aggressive with it. We added anti-cheat into Rocket League, but a side effect of that is that you can't use mods online. You can still use it offline, but you can't use it online because that is a third-party system trying to go through, and the anti-cheat will not allow that. And while so it sucks that, people can't have their own quality of life stuff, they can't have the things that they liked about the base mod, it's a side effect of the community being shitty, about people being shitty. They had to be aggressive with it because you suck. And I personally don't think it's an issue. Like what I said earlier, even if I was a heavy user of base mod, I wouldn't want to play the game anyway if I'm running into bots all the time. Like, if you need a mod in order to play a game, then you don't like the base game. You don't like the game. There's only a couple exceptions. Like, I love playing Beat Saber with mods because I could get more songs. So it just extends my play in that way. But Rocket League is not one of those games. Rocket League, at its core, does not get changed by mods. Unless if you're a cheater who is using bots and other cheating methods. So yeah, like, it sucks that that had to happen, but it's your fault. It's the community's fault for having such awful people be such a forefront in the community, and that they don't get reprimanded. Sure, there could have been things in place that could try to get these kind of people out, but they always find a way. So at some point, you just have to cut it off at the source. And they had to get aggressive with it. And then they're going to find new ways to be shitty. And then it's going to get even more worse. And then this is how games die. Or this is how you get bad reps. And this is how your game doesn't flourish, is when things like this keep on happening. The community keeps ruining games. So, in the future, if you want a game to survive, don't be a piece of shit. Don't exploit and abuse systems that will make you money by scamming other people. And don't cheat. that you would think that would be common sense, but it happens enough where we are now in the situation like this. So I'll take my Rocket League bot free. Like, I might actually start grinding again because now they're being more aggressive with it. No one wants to play with a cheater if you're not already a cheater.